Alright guys, today we're going to go from a whole chicken right here to breaking it down into pieces of chicken that you actually buy in the store individually. Or you can save money and buy a whole chicken and break it down yourself. So stay tuned and let's get into cutting this chicken up. Hey guys, welcome back to Indulge with Dimples cooking lesson Sunday setup. So, you know, like I told you in the intro, we're going to get right to it. You're going to need about 5 to 6 items and 1 ingredient. So, let me just show you what's going on. What you're going to need is a whole chicken. So, I have a whole chicken right here. I have 2 of them in here. I did soak them in salt water and I rinsed them off and I scrubbed them with lime and lemon just to make sure they are thoroughly clean. That's how you want to clean your chicken, your poultry, anything that's raw. You want to have them sit and soak, scrub, rinse, repeat, and then let them air dry. Now, I have my countertop covered with saran wrap because normally I do this over the sink, but I'm showing y'all a demonstration and we need all the lighting and I just need to let y'all see. You need 1 sharp knife, you need a cutting board or whatever if you have a butcher board, big countertop. You need 2 bowls. I have 1 bowl with the chicken in there and I have another clean bowl. So after we cut up the chicken, yeah, we're cutting the chicken up today, a whole chicken. We're going to put the other parts, the cut up parts in this bowl. And then you can use gloves or you can just use your regular hands. I'm going to use gloves because, one, I know how to cut a chicken up, but your girl don't really like touching the chicken, okay? Really don't like touching raw food. So, I'm going to put some gloves on. And you are more than welcome to put gloves on as well. So, in order to cut a whole chicken up, I'm going to go over a couple of parts of the chicken that you actually need to know. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and just dissect this chicken. So I have a whole chicken. This chicken got to weigh about, I don't know, this is a big fella right here. Big fella. And he got to weigh 12 pounds. He got to weigh about, like, I ain't going to say 12, maybe 8 pounds, 8 or 9 pounds. So anywho, this is the back interior of the chicken. You have your wings. Everybody likes to eat wings. You have the back right here, just like our back, and then you have the thighs. When you turn the chicken over, this is where you get into the real good meat. So you have the legs right here, you have the breast right here, and you can see the tail on the back right here, and you can see inside the cavity of the chicken. Now what you want to do, you're going to find a bone in the middle of this chicken right here. If you want to, you can go ahead and do like CPR and crack it. And you're going to hear a crack. Alright? And it's going to flatten the chicken out. Now you're going to see some connectors right here, which are connecting the skin to hold the legs together and the wings. So what I'm actually going to go ahead and do, we're going to cut down the middle of the chicken after you crack it. So just press on it like you're doing CPR. You're going to hear a little crack. You're going to cut down that middle of the bone. And then we're going to have half of a chicken, okay? And this is how it's going to look. Now you're going to have a bone in the middle. So you want to cut on both sides of the bone. Because what you're going to do is release the chicken breast. Now you're going to go and cut the other side of the breast. So this is what you have. You're going to have this piece in the middle, which is actually a bone, and then you have separated the two breasts. So go ahead and just finish cutting the skin off so that you can actually release the breast. So now you actually have the breast separated. And what you're going to do next step, because you can't eat this, and this is just part of the bone, what you can do is actually just go ahead and rip it out like so. And if you want to take that meat, you can make chicken strips out of it, but you want to go ahead and pull the cartilage out, just like so. And that's what you have right there. So you have separated the breast. Now, you can leave the bone in the breast, or you can cut around the bone to release the breast so you have breast or boneless chicken breast. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and finish cutting this chicken off, the breast. So now we have the chicken half, and you can see inside the chicken. So you see the back cage, you see the bone that I was telling you about that we're going to cut around it because we're going to debone this. We're going to have just regular chicken breast, boneless. So at this point, what you want to do is go ahead and flip the chicken over. We're not even going to worry about the inside of that stuff, because guess what? So now you want to do another CPR, crack that, and you're going to butterfly it. Now this is another way you can grill a chicken. You can butterfly so it's absolutely flat, and it's simple and it's easy. So now we're going to go ahead and just go down the middle, and we're just going to cut this whole part out. So you're going to cut the whole back out. So now you have a half of a chicken. So you have the chicken breast, the wing, the thigh, and the leg. That's what most of everybody knows about. Unless you're Southern, you know about the back and the cartilage, and you can use it to make broth, which is very, very delicious. So go ahead and do the same thing that you did to the other side. So there you have the other half of the chicken. And then you have the back. So we have literally cut the back out of the chicken. And you want to keep this, all you have to do is just remove the little parts inside, clean it up, and you can use this as a broth. You would boil it and use it as a broth. So not a big deal. So I'm going to show you how to go ahead and cut this chicken up. Now, what we're going to do is actually go ahead and cut the chicken into a quarter. So a quarter will be your leg and thigh, and you actually can see where you can cut this chicken at, because you can see that this is the leg, and if you go diagonal around, you have the thigh right here, and then you'll separate the big old breast. Some breasts are smaller than others, and then you have the wing up the top. And you should not be cutting through any bone or cartilage. It should just be a fat and the skin. So it should be an easy, clean cut. This chicken was a little fatty and had a lot of skin on it. Clean cut. So now you have a quarter. And this is sometimes how people cook chicken. They'll just season this up and they have the leg and the thigh, which is a quarter. But we're not going to eat the leg and thigh. I'm going to show you how to cut that up even more. So now after you cut the leg and thigh up, you have the breast and the wing. And all you're going to do is go ahead and flip it over. And you can see that we want this to be a boneless chicken. So you can see where the rest of this breast and tendon is connected. You can actually cut it. Just slightly do cuts, and you can actually remove the cartilage and the excess fat so that you can have a boneless breast. So go ahead and just slightly cut around it so you can keep as much meat as possible for your breast. Now when you get to this point that you have cut it all off, you can actually just pull the rest of the bone out. Like so. Alright, so the next thing you want to do, you want to go ahead and you want to find the connector to the wing and the breast, because at this point you want to cut it off. And everything is like a feel of motion, so you can actually tell right here it's a joint. And what you want to do, you always want to crack the joint or dislocate it to even pop it out of place so that you can cut. And you're going to hear a little pop. And if I wasn't talking, you would have heard the pop. So at this point, what we want to do is cut off our breast and wing. And you can find the joint. And once you pop it out of the joint, you want to go ahead and cut it. And it should be a clean cut. Now, if you're not comfortable using a big knife, you do not have to use a big knife like I'm using. You actually can go ahead and just get you a nice regular sized knife. Booyah! So you actually have your wing disconnected. Told you. Bam. And if you have any extra feathers like this on there, all you have to do is just cut it. And this is how your wing will look. So you have your wing cut, and then you have your breast. And you have your skin connected on your breast as best as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and set this aside. Now, like I told you earlier, you can continue to eat your quarter, which is your thigh and your leg together, or like we just did the breast and the wing, you're going to find the joint and you're just going to pop it out of place. And if you can't see it this way, you can flip it around, move the skin a little bit, and you can tell this is the thigh and this is the leg. And you find the joint and you just pop it out. Alright. And then you want to go ahead and just cut, and it should be a clean cut. And I like to turn it around and do it. See? And then you have your leg. And you have your thigh. Now if you want to, you can go ahead and cut off some of this extra skin on here. Like so. Because that's nothing but fat. And you have your thigh. So most of the parts that everyone knows about on a chicken is the... And I'm going to scoot it back so y'all can get a real visual of this. Your thigh, your leg, your wing, your breast. That's it. And this was the back of the chicken. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut the other half of this chicken up so you can see how I'm cutting it up in a faster motion. And then you will have all of your chicken cut up. Action. Alright guys, so we actually finished cutting up a whole chicken. A actual whole chicken. And at this point, all you doing is cleaning up the excess stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and show you all the parts that we have for the chicken and that you are able to see what's going on. So you have 2 breasts. Hold on. There. So you actually have 2 breasts and they have the skin on, and if you follow directions and the joints, you are able to cut it out. And then you have a boneless chicken breast. Now this we will fillet it because these are some big chicken breasts, but you have 2 breasts with the skin on there. You have 2 wings, so you can fold your wings like this, or you can just keep them like this. Now if you have this excess meat on the back of it, all you want to do is just clean it up. And anything that has like a little extra meat on there, just clean it up. That's how they do it at the butcher. And all you're going to do is just fold your wing like this. Fold it over. And bam. So you have, it looks just like the store when you buy it. And all we did is just fold it over. So you have 2 wings. You have your 2 legs. And they both have the skin on it. And then you have your 2 thighs back here. and they have your skin on it. And if you want to, you can debone it. So all you have to do is just cut through here and take the bone out. But I left the bone in the thigh on both of them. So that's easy to do. You just cut around the meat just like you did the chicken breast, and you can debone it. So that is how you will cut a whole chicken up into a small chicken. Simple and easy. And then your leftovers, you know how you make chicken tenders? That is the meat in between the breastbone. So you have this meat in between the breastbone. All you do is just cut the cartilage off, and then you have the chicken tenderloin right here. And you have 2 of them. So everything should be symmetrical. You should have 2 of each. And then at the end, you just have a little garbage of excess stuff that you don't need. But that's how you break down a whole chicken, guys. So until next Sunday, I will be sharing, and I will see you. So have a good day.